Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an April TBR and March wrap-up. I actually read quite a few books this month, despite a lot of work that I had to get through. Most of the books were for school, but I really enjoyed some of them. To begin, I read The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. It is classic science fiction, time travel, which is my favorite. You'll notice that this is a theme in most of the books I read. They were science fiction and time travel, because I had to write a paper for one of my classes about time travel in science fiction literature. So this is one of the books that I read for it, and I really enjoyed it. It was not my favorite of the books that I've read this month, but it was a very interesting read, very exciting, very cool concepts and stories, and very intricate, and the writing was beautiful. It's definitely worth picking up if this is a genre that you enjoy. I mean, it's a classic, really. It's quite short, it's barely past 100 pages. The next thing I read was actually a short story. I haven't read the whole collection yet because I haven't had time, but I do intend to go back and read the rest of the stories in it. But I read Story of Your Life from Story of Your Life and Other Stories by Ted Chiang, and this is the short story that Arrival was based on, and it was fantastic. This was such an interesting story, and it was so intricate, and it was about language and communication just through this science fiction setting of aliens arriving on Earth. It's definitely worth reading, even if you've already seen the movie. I've seen the movie, but I fell asleep halfway through. It's very late at night, not because I didn't like the movie, but I do intend to go back and finish it. But I think I'm going to watch it in a whole different light after reading the short story. To wrap up the science fiction time travel books, I read The End of Eternity by Isaac Asimov. This is the first Asimov book that I've read, and it is probably one of my new favorite books. First of all, I just love time travel, and the plot of this book was just fantastic. You kind of have to read it for yourself to see, so I don't want to give away too much, but it really talks about the dangers of messing with the past, or messing with time, really, in general, and humans having too much power in their own histories. It's a standalone book, and so much happens, and it concludes so well that there's definitely no need for any more books. It works so well as its own book, and I would definitely encourage you to go and read it because it's fantastic, and I'm definitely going to make time to read more Asimov books because I loved this one. The last novel I read was also for school, and it was Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close by Jonathan Safran Foer. I think that's how you say his name. This book is so many things in one. It's heartbreaking, but it's humorous, and it's about 9/11. It's about a 9-year-old boy who has lost his father. It takes place after the events occurred, and it's about this boy dealing with the loss of his father. And the voice of Oscar, the narrator, is hilarious at times, but it's also so tragic because you can feel his loss, and you can see that he just doesn't know how to process it properly. It also has two other narrators, both of his grandparents. You get their side of the story, and you get their own histories as well. And each of them is just beautifully written, and the visuals in this book are amazing, and they really add to the reading experience. If you're an audiobook person, or if you like to read ebooks for this, if you want to read it, I would suggest picking up the actual copy. You can't really see, but the typography is very important to the book, and there are pictures in it that are relevant to the story, and It's just the type of book that you really want to hold in your hands as you read. I was trying to finish it quickly for class, so I audiobooked it and read it at the same time because I still wanted to have it in my hands as I was listening to it. And it actually worked really well for me because the audiobook is actually very, very good. But it made such a difference to have the book in front of me and to see all of the typography and choices that the author made. It really just added to the whole experience of reading it. I think it's a very beautiful book and a very important book, and it really balances the tragedy with the humorous aspects of Oscar and his character, and it just makes it a very rewarding read. Finally, I read a graphic novel. I read Paper Girls by Brian K. Vaughan and illustrated by Cliff Chang. I've been meaning to read this for ages, especially because Brian K. Vaughan is the writer for Saga, and Saga is one of my favorite graphic novel series, so I was really looking forward to this, and I've just found out that volume 2 is out as well, so I'm gonna get that soon. If you watched Stranger Things, you will probably like this. It is, first of all, the artwork is just, look at that. It's so colourful and beautiful, and it makes it so fun to read. The characters are 4 12-year-old girls who are very feisty and very fun to read about, and essentially they're on a paper route in the morning and everyone goes missing and it goes crazy and aliens come, and it's just a really fun read. I am looking forward to reading volume 2, and again, definitely should check this out because it is great. For my April TBR, I'm cheating a bit because a lot of these books I've already started, I just have not finished yet. So my aim for this month is to finish them because I've been reading them for too long. First, I want to finish The Conspiracy of Us by Maggie Hall. I'm enjoying it so far. It's been taking me a long time to read, so I'm hoping it kind of speeds up. I have the second book that I want to get to soon because I think the third book comes out very soon, or in the next few months. I'm not quite sure. It's really an adventure kind of mystery story. It reminds me a little bit of like YA Dan Brown, but it's quite fun, so I'm looking forward to finishing that. Next, I finally got The Last of August by Brittany Cavallaro. I read A Study in Charlotte last year, which was the first book in the series. This is the sequel. And it's kind of modern-day Sherlock Holmes, but the two main characters are descended from Sherlock and Watson. And it's really fun. I love Sherlock Holmes. There's not much more to say about that. I have a review. I had a review up on my blog. The blog is still not back up. If it goes back up, I will link the review of the first book. But I'm looking forward to finishing this. I've really enjoyed, I've gotten into it a little bit and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to finishing that. I am actually going to try to get to A Storm of Swords this month. I didn't get to it last month, not at all, but I want to. I really, really want to get back into the series. I love the first 2 books. I love the first 2 seasons of the show. I haven't watched season 3 yet because I want to finish this book first. And it's huge, but I am looking forward to reading it, and hopefully I will get to it this month because my exams are over in about 2 weeks. So that is something to look forward to. Next, I want to read the updated version of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This is the kind of fake textbook in the world of Harry Potter. The first one was released many years ago. I don't remember the exact date, but they've just released a new version because the movie has come out. And it's got 6 new beasts, I believe, and I think it will be good. It looks like there's some interesting new illustrations, which I'm looking forward to seeing. So I'll post a review when I'm done this as well. And finally, this is a short one. It will not take me very long. I heard about this from Ariel Bissette's video. It was either on Why She Loves Short Books or another video. I don't remember which, but I might link it below because it was a really great video. I'm really loving her videos lately. But anyways, This is a Feminist Manifesto in 15 suggestions. It's very short, but it looks very interesting. It's essentially the author, I believe what happened is one of her friends asked her for suggestions on how to raise her daughter to be a feminist, and she sent her this email back with 15 suggestions, and I think she turned it into this book. And I think it'll be a very interesting read. So I will probably talk about it in another video once I'm finished reading it. So that is all the books that I've read this month and that I'm planning on reading in April. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you got some good suggestions. Let me know what you're reading or what you read last month. And I will see you next time. Bye!